Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place
Back, guys. Welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates Morning Show. We are live here in Portmore, Scarborough. And this morning, we want to highlight youth in sport. We want to highlight Tobago winning again. And this morning, we want to, the topic is Tobago Basketball Championship, or Champions, rather. This morning, we have Coach Atiba Deleon. We have Assistant Coach Kerry Celestine. And we have the MVP, Most Valuable Player, Mr. Chris Roberts. And I have to put Mr. in front of the man name. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
And welcome to Youth Wednesday on the Tobago Morning Updates Morning Show. You know, you are no stranger to us, Mr. Celestine.
Yes.
You were here before talking about your basketball academy, but just quickly tell us why we are here.
All right. So today we have the champion team from Tobago, Bishop's High School. Well, my role this year was I was wearing a lot of different caps. So I was the interim president of the Tobago Basketball Secondary School League. And on top of that, I was also the head coach for the under-15 and the female basketball team in Bishop High School, plus the assistant coach. This year was the first time we had secondary schools basketball in the last 3 years.
Because of COVID,
Because of COVID, right? And before COVID, we saw basketball starting to get better in Tobago. A lot more athletes were coming out and play. And we actually had a good tournament in 2020. We were actually looking to take the 3 national championships, but then COVID came because we were undefeated in Tobago and we were heading to Trinidad. We had one more game to play and we were just looking forward for that experience. And COVID came, but this year we had the opportunity to play. And we actually were in a position to win 2 national championships. And this year we came back to Tobago with 1. So next year we are going down in Trinidad and we're looking to get all 4 national championships.
Yes, yes. Well, congratulations.
Yes.
Coach, you know, it's your first time here on Tobago Updates. It's a pleasure to meet you, man. You know, you seem to be, with your able assistant, of course, the pioneer behind this championship. Tell us what that journey has been like for you.
Long. It's a journey that started for me in 2015. Starting to give back to youths and empowering youths through sport, and that is at Bishop's High School I started. Did a number of coaching courses, decided to leave a good impact on the youths. It didn't always end in success, but I wouldn't say it didn't end in success because success is measured in different variables. However, you know, it's a lot of time, dedication, effort, and from then to now, I think it's a long time coming. My thing is, first time you'll see me in this capacity, because I rather just put in the work and
stay in the background.
Stay in the background and go through the grind with the youths. You know, that was what it's all about for me. But it's a long journey and we're here now.
Right, and the interview before mine, they ended on the premise of youth empowerment. How do you see basketball being a tool or impetus rather for youth empowerment, especially in Tobago?
Tobago, I think that a lot of us, we had to get up with the time and understand the holistic impact of sport. Sport is just like life. You put in the work, you get the necessary result. You give your time, your effort, your dedication to something, the end result is always a good one. It may not result into a championship, it's the life. You may not get the exact career or job you want, but at least you understand the results of hard work.
Right.
And with that being said, we had to stop looking at sport as just some people bouncing a ball or kicking a ball or pelting a ball, and understand that it is life. Sport and life goes hand in hand. It also teaches youth to work in groups, how to be a team player, how to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. And that happens in workplace, it happens in relationships, it happens in society. You have to understand that you are not the whole, but you are part of the whole.
Right.
right? So there's a lot of variables that or good things that come out of sports. And also the number one thing for me is that once we have these youths doing sports, we have them involved, then that's a win for society and a loss for the block or the criminal elements outside of it, you know?
Right.
That they actually doing something that is productive.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And I see in your midst, we have Mr. Chris Roberts, right? Mr. Chris Roberts, you are a student of Bishop's High School. You know, what can you really say about being empowered because you are a part of the team? And I mean, you couldn't bring a whole team, and I want to assume that you're also the captain.
Yes.
You're also the captain. What is that like for you being at the head, you know, pulling the team? Tell us about that.
It's what can I say? It's a good feeling to be around my teammates. They are, you know, good individuals. We are around each other every day in school, so when I come to court, it's like an extension. We have built a good brotherhood amongst each other. If one person needs one thing, we'll help out. We always there. If we have to go out, we'll go out together. We have planned out to meet and have outside training, have our little sweats or scrimmages. And it's just a good bond that we have developed. And that's what it helps us on the court, so we know the strengths and weaknesses of the other players. So we know one person might want a shot from here, one person want a shot down in the post. We know how to deal with different people, and it's just a good brotherhood that we have built, and it paid off.
Yeah. All right, and you are the most valuable player for this championship, and it certainly is because you are the best of the best. What inspired you to get into basketball?
Me starting basketball back in first form. I used to play football as well, but a day I had PE class, and Mr. Celestine here was my teacher, and we was doing basketball in PE, and he said that the next time that I have training, school training, would have been the following day at 3:30. He said if I don't come to training, the next time you see me in PE class, you have 100 push-ups for me.
So you were threatened into.
I was threatened into.
And you didn't take it to the police. I understand. Well, I guess it was for your good, and it turned out well.
It turned out, yes.
But who's your role model in terms of basketball?
Well, my game, a lot of my game come from my coach because he developed me over the years. So most of my playing style came from him. My shot, the way I look at the game. So he has been my role model.
Okay, that's good. And to the coaches, you could take it one step at a time. But in answering this question, what was the journey like getting the team ready for this championship? I mean, I know you mentioned two of the games or the championships that you wanted to win, but you were able to bring home one.
Yeah.
Right. Tell us about readying the team for that.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
Well, this year was, like I said, was the first time in 3 years. So first, we were just happy to have an opportunity to compete. Starting off the year, we all had a goal. We all sat down and we had a detailed plan as to what we wanted to achieve this year. And most of these students said they want to win the national championship. And one of the things that I remember Coach Tiba asked them is that to win the national championship, you have to commit to it. You have to come out and train. You have to work hard, and you have to set certain goals. And one of the things that they did was first take care of business in Tobago, because in order to play in the national championship, you have to win your zone. And they went out. They were undefeated in the both under 20 and under 17 in Tobago, and from the quality of playing Tobago, they were far above the other teams, hands down. And it's because of their commitment, because we would have training 3 times, 4 times a week, and most of the players, if not all players, would have been present. And they showed that commitment, and because of that commitment, you saw that they developed as a team, as one body. And, you know, they had a joy for the game, and they made our job easier. because they were always committed to the cause. So for me, it was easy to coach these guys because you didn't have to motivate them, you didn't have to be on their back to come out and train and stuff like that. To be honest, I think that they have a huge respect for Coach Tiba, because for me, I have coached this, I have taught them in physical education in Bishops, and also coach them from since they're in first form. And I honestly believe that they tired hearing my voice.
Right.
So
I mean, well, look at the guy.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
You can't mess with Coach Tiba so easy.
And because of his profession, because he's a police officer by trade, there's a different respect for Coach Tiba. So for me, I am like the good big brother that you can come and talk to and have a good conversation. But to Coach Tiba, it's all about respect. So you can see when Coach Tiba come to training, everybody's shooting up.
It's more militant.
Yes, it's more militant and stuff like that. And I think that was needed to take them over the edge.
You would say that it's a good balance.
It's a very, very
good
balance,
balance.
definitely.
And I want to segue to you, Coach Deleon. Just quickly mention, what you brought to the table to ensure that they really were ready. And, I just want to stick a pin here before you answer. Where do you really find a group of young men who are motivated and telling the coach that we're going and win it and win it? I want to give congratulations to you guys for that. Go ahead.
Yes. Wow. No, everything in life is balanced. That is my belief. Myself and Coach Celestine, we have a perfect balance, right? He has strengths, I have strengths. Our strengths and weaknesses do not clash. We respect each other's space, we respect each other's strengths and weaknesses. With that being said, when it comes to the youth, Coach Kerry does a good job of starting with their love of the game, their commitment to the game and so forth. My job now basically is to add strategy, add game plan, more team concepts, and also to get them to commit to the game from a mental standpoint as well.
More discipline.
It's a more disciplinarian kind of thing, but at the same time, my job is also to ensure that they think the game differently from individual training. So there is the individual training working on your skill set, and then there is the team concept. What these guys did, a day we was in the locker room, and I gave a paper, and I asked each player to write down their individual goals and their team goals for the season. Most persons wanted to win a national championship. Most persons wanted to play better defense, shoot better, those individual stuff. However, as Coach Kerry said, and I will piggyback on his, I just wanted to know what their goals were, their commitment to those goals, and then from the, I have a lot to work with. I believe I'm equipped enough to give them a good game plan, a good system that suits their talent and skill level, which we were able to do. And then we had, before we went to Trinidad, we did something that was really special to our entire season. Apart from taking care of business in Tobago, we had a weekend camp at school. And in that weekend camp, we talk about accountability. So when we went to Trinidad, coming out of that camp, I didn't have to ask if everybody on the bus, everybody was accounted for. And
you just basically reinforced everything and make sure that everything was good in terms of the mental readiness and everything.
Yeah,
and that's good. We have come to the end, unfortunately, of this interview this morning. I want to thank you very much, but I want to ask the young man to help us close by just answering this question. What does this mean for you going forward in terms of basketball? Would you make it a career?
Yes, I'll make that career. That's the goal. This means a lot to me because it's my first time actually playing a full school league season, because the last one cut short due to COVID. And it's been a lot of years in the making, a lot of trainings, and it's finally a good thing to have a tournament to play in and to just put on show my skill, and I hope to make it a career.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. This is the end, unfortunately, of this interview this morning. I want to thank the three gentlemen for being here. And as when we close our segment, we always ask our viewers to share the life, share the life, share the life. So I want you to say it with me. So up next we have another interview by with Miss Kezia Frederick, our Mother's Day concert. And we just want to thank you for bringing us this morning. And remember to share the life, share the life, share the life. We'll be right back.